Hi! So over the last few months, I have been a lot more diligent about working with my energetic hygiene tools. And the reason being is because I am a sensitive ass bitch. I'm an empath, if you will. I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean I'm very sensitive to energies. And this video might be helpful for you if you are also sensitive to energies. I'm just going to share the tools that really help me come back to my center and run my authenticity instead of running other people's energy in my space. So if you identify as an empath, or you get overwhelmed by other people's energies, or maybe you're just looking for more tools to have under your belt, this video is for you. So the first thing that I want to discuss is authenticity. If I were to define authenticity, I would say that it's our unique, juicy essence that only belongs to us. No one's authenticity is exactly like another's. So I personally believe that our authenticity is like our own special sauce, and that sauce is a necessary ingredient for us to follow the recipe of our life. Yeah, that adds up. Our recipes are unique, they're well thought out, they're crafted, they're special, and it's important that we follow the steps to our recipe and only use the ingredients that are for this recipe so that the final product can be delicious. Our own authenticities give us clarity and direction on our own individual paths, and the book Psychic Psychology defines authenticity as acting naturally and spontaneously out of your intrinsic uniqueness. Sometimes our authenticity can be compromised, but I do feel like it's simply a part of life. If you're a human being and you're on Earth, at some point or another, your authenticity has probably been lost in the sauce. When energy that's not yours enters your field, it's called inauthentic energies, and it's not necessarily bad. It's also just not yours, and it does not belong in your space. It's like if you try to use AAA batteries when you need AA, or if you have a car that takes regular gas, but you use diesel. It's still gas, it's still batteries, and it's still energy, but it just ain't right. Inauthentic energies that don't belong to you can come from anywhere, from your family, from your ancestors, from your friends, from your coworkers, from media, from the collective. So many places. Even some random person that you met on the street, or maybe you didn't even meet them, maybe you just passed by them, you could still pick up their juju. Any of these energies that are picked up and are taking residence in your space can block you from being able to live up to your true potential, because these inauthentic energies are taking up the space in your physical body and in your auric field where your authenticity should be. Even if someone's energy is well-intentioned, it still doesn't belong in your field. I'm going to read a little bit more from the book Psychic Psychology about authentic energies and inauthentic energies, because this book, Psychic Psychology, has been such an amazing tool as I've, started working with these other tools more. So here we go. When your life rises out of your natural energy, you'll engage in it authentically. Not perfectly, but authentically. You'll be in your natural flow. Your authentic energy is uniquely yours. It contains your information and holds the key to your next step. For the personal aura, it isn't a question of whether an energy is good or bad. It is just a question of whether it is yours or not. If it is yours, it will naturally direct you towards what is true for you. And if it's not your energy, even if it's a saint's, it will not serve as a long-term fuel for your growth. And again, this is Psychic Psychology by John Freelander and Gloria Hampshire. So when we're not operating from our authenticity, we're also not operating fully in our power. We might be unnecessarily feeling other people's feelings, we might be carrying out their own dreams and desires, but they're different from ours. And when we do this, we stray away from our own path. Inauthentic energies can enter our space through a multitude of different reasons. For example, they can be projections from other people. They can enter from a lack of discernment on our end. Sometimes we give away our power in hopes that someone else has the answer for us. Inauthentic energies can come in through enmeshment, a lack of boundaries. You might even purposefully reject your own authenticity in hopes of trying to fit in somewhere. There are so many ways that this can happen, and so I really think it's important that we hold ourselves in a place of love and don't judge ourselves too harshly for having inauthentic energies in our space. It happens. I really try not to beat myself up about not always running my authenticity. I think, like I said, it's a normal part of life. I just think it's also a wonderful, process to be able to call your power back and clear out what's not yours. And so that's why I want to share these tools, because they have helped me a lot in these last couple of months. And they really allowed me to be more in tune with my own energy. And as I do that, I become, more confident and assured in my strengths and just more sensitive to energies overall. So like I said, I want to share some tips and tools that have really helped me. And the basis for all of these tools is basically grounding my energy, clearing what's not mine, and then calling back my authentic energies. So with everything that I've shared on my channel already and everything that I want to share on my channel in the future, I hope that you can find what feels authentic to you and be able to make it your own unique thing and run with that. And anything that doesn't really resonate with you, you can just gently toss to the side and let it be, let it go. And with that being said, let's get into it. These concepts and tools are not ones that I have created or come up with on my own. They have been shared with me from my teachers and different books, and I've been able to practice them myself and find what works for me. So I hope you can do the same. To begin, what I usually do for my energy work sessions is to set an energetic container up. And so I will envision myself in a bubble, and in this bubble, I share my intentions, my goals, my dreams, kind of do an update on where I am currently. And this is the space in which I will facilitate the energy work. Next, I will drop a grounding cord, and to do this, I'll envision a ball of light in my first energy center, and then I'll drop that ball down all the way into the center of the earth. And as I do so, I will anchor into the earth and ask the earth to come up to rise and support me. And so there's this balance of us meeting in the middle, and I'll find myself feeling more centered and more nurtured as well. Once my grounding cord is established and I'm feeling really good, I will call up magnets from the earth in front of me and behind me. Sometimes I'll envision 2 big ones, or other times I'll envision 1 for each energy center. And I ask these magnets to clear any energies in my space that do not belong to me. Any energies that have permission to clear, I ask that they are cleared. Sometimes I'll invite the energies of my angels and my guides to help, clear anything that I might have trouble clearing as well. I do a lot of this process mentally, even though in this video I'm showing the physical, mechanics of it. I usually save the physical aspects for this when I'm doing Qigong, but I thought the visualizations would be helpful. I like to sit in my energy and just envision what it looks like, what it feels like, maybe what it sounds like, or even tastes like. And anything that's in my field that is not of that, I give permission to clear. And to really get in there good, I'll envision a vacuum nozzle. So not usually an entire vacuum like I have demonstrating, but just the vacuum head. I know it's foo-foo-goofy looking, but really just envisioning this vacuum nozzle head, or an entire vacuum, since you're looking at it now, just going up and down my body, my physical space, and then the surrounding areas as well, sucking up any dust, any grime, anything that I don't envision to be mine. You know that noise your vacuum makes when you suck up crumbs, and it's like that crunchiness that gets sucked up the vacuum? I love that noise. That noise is so satisfying, and it's almost like that. It's like I'm just sucking up, clearing up, cleaning house. It's so good. I take my time with this, and I do it until it feels complete. And then I move into calling back my authentic energies. I'll invite a ball of my own energy above my head, and I'll attach a magnet under this ball, and then I'll start calling back my energies across all time, people, places, objects, situations, anything where I'm stuck in my energy. Just call it back into this ball and call it into present time.
As I call my energy back, I envision this ball above my head becoming brighter and bigger, and I ask that anything that enters this ball becomes purified and cleansed. And then I will crack this ball like an egg above my head, and I'll envision just my energy pouring into my space once again, filling up any cracks, any crevices, any tears in my field or physical body, taking note of any empty spaces that might have been left open after clearing out inauthentic energies, and filling up those spaces back with myself. Then I just take a moment to bask in my own energy, remember what it is to be connected to my power and my own divine essence, and I like to just vibrate in the state. If you ever try out this process for yourself, let me know in the comments. I hope it helps, and I would really love it if you liked and subscribed and just joined me for this journey. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye!